Hi. Hopefully I have this right side up this time. I'm Leanne, and I work at the Farm Museum. We're going to be doing a junk journaling class here in March. But I just wanted to share what I have done recently with my junk journaling. Now this is my fanciest one and the one that's the most completed. I think I have about 6 going right now. Anyway, just to get to it, I started my book cover. These are bingo cards I covered with sample fabric from like upholstery fabric. But I just wasn't happy with it. So then I came across this vintage doily, and I thought, oh, that would definitely dress it up. Now you can see I have a little closure on it. It's packed with a lot of fun stuff. This is just a little bracelet, and to open it up, you just do it like you would a bracelet. Okay, and I'm going to kind of walk you through it. Now, on this first page here, this is called the end paper, and that covers where I folded over the fabric and the doily. And this is part of, I cut this out of my master board. And a master board, you just pile papers on and on and on until you're happy with it. And that was so much fun to make. But then I cut pieces apart as I need it. And I work with a lot of quilters here at the Farm Museum, and they're forever giving away free pieces and parts. And they just want somebody else to use what they weren't able to finish. And so this first page is some parts that were cut out to make a quilt block. I didn't actually sew the block together. I just glued them on Mod Podge with a little butterfly in the middle. And this one, just a pocket here, and it's got a little owl. I used my stamp on here and did an owl. And this one's got framed teddy bears in it. And this is called a cluster, when you just kind of pile little pieces of paper or fabric or ribbon or whatever on top of each other. And it just adds a little embellishment to your page. Here's another pocket with a little message about kindness. And then on the back, it actually has some writing about grandmothers. And that came with a gift I got from my stepdaughter. And she sent me a bracelet, and I cut part of it out of that, the card that accompanied the bracelet. Now I have all the ice cream stuff on here and another little cluster, but I have a saying in here that says, life is like an ice cream cone. Just when you think you've got it licked, it drips on you. I thought that was cute. And I attached that with glue on the back of a coaster that says, life's greatest blessings, family. So I like to have little things tucked here and there, and I am learning. But this is a paper doily on top. Oh yeah, I covered all my pages with fabric too, because I had so many pretty fabrics that I just wanted to use them. So I covered my paper with fabric and then glued onto that. So this is a paper doily and a modern day sticker. This is a piece of a tablecloth I cut off. My tablecloth had a rip in it, and I thought, well, do I repair it or do I just cut it up in pieces and use it? And I'm so glad that I did this option, because it's really pretty in here. And somebody gave me this cluster. I thought I'd add a little there. And then I went through a spell where I made lots of glass cabochon jewelry, and I found this neat hat pin and thought that would be cute to hang one of my handmade necklaces in here. And I actually could unpin it and use it if I wanted to wear that necklace. this is, again, it was something that was gifted to me, and as was this ATC. It's an artist trading card made by Angela Smith, Tumbling Tangles. And those are meant to be made, they're 2.5 by 3.5 inches, to made and traded with others. They're not usually sold. And then these two pieces, I don't know, I'll have to ask Kathleen, because she gave them to me in a random act of kindness type thing, a big envelope full of stuff, but it feels like the top layer of a napkin. And this one too. And this one I glued that thin top half of a napkin or whatever it is on top of a part of an anniversary card that I had that had a rose in the middle. So you can kind of see that rose through it, but it gave it a little bit more stability. So I could put it in here. And this is just Mod Podged on. But yeah, take that top layer of napkins. I'm always looking for pretty napkins, and take an extra one to use later whenever I can. Just this is another random piece that one of the ladies in our quilting circle put in the free package. I did put some distress ink on it to make it look old. This is just a little, yes, you can. We gotta always encourage ourselves to do things out of the box and to try new things. And I encourage you to try new things. Hopefully I can inspire you today. And these are some things in that I got in some trades, some little multiple and division cards, but that gave this piece that I cut out of a magazine, gave it some stability too. So then I could stick it in the pocket. It's just I have to tell you about the glitter glue. Someone told me, I kept reading about the best glue to use was Art Glitter Glue. And I didn't know that Art Glitter is the name of a company. So I went out and bought glitter glue. I found a really good deal at Goodwill one day, and I bought a bunch of it. So I have all this glue with glitter in it. It seems to work fine, but it's not the Art Glitter Glue. I did end up buying some of that, and that is very different, very different. Has no glitter in it at all. It's just called Art Glitter Glue. This is glitter glue by Elmer's. So, and this is just tissue paper rolled up at the bottom, a tree cut out of a card, and I added a little moon with a little sparkle. A very simple, basic page. I like the batiks. I just added a little cluster to that. And then this is called a belly band, when you can slide something in there. And I thought this was adorable. Little kitty card. I trimmed it down to fit my belly band. I just love hanging out with you. That's all it says. So whoever's looking at this just knows that I appreciate them. Okay, so that goes back in here somehow. Oh, gotta put it in between the two slots. There we go. So, and this, again, this was the top part of this, or the bottom part of this card, or the top part, I'm not sure which, but it was, I just used pieces and parts of things that I have. This came to me from somebody that is very creative, and I couldn't tell you who. It might be Kathleen also. She gave me so much stuff when I was just getting started, but it's just a little pocket with a couple divider cards in it that I thought was cute. And a little sticker down here. What have I got here? Oh, this one. We are, after all, women, so maybe our bodies have to expand somewhat. And then the card, it actually said, in order to hold all the wisdom and love we've acquired through the years. And I cut the card up. This was a birthday card or something that I got along the way. And I just cut it up to fit my space. And I just thought it was real cute. And this hat pin, you can see it, very pretty hat pin. but it's like I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I just pinned it on there because I thought the colors really went well with this, and then I could see it on a regular basis. And again, one of my friends, Kathleen, made that for me. And then the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And here I added a flower in a bud and the open flower. And this is from my friend Vicki. And Vic, she sent that to me when I was going through cancer and just wanted to give me some words of assurance. And this flower was on that card too, so I kind of fussy cutted that and added it. Here, we have a little window. Again, I like things that open, and I just cut pieces and parts of a greeting card and put them together here so that I have something to look at when I open my window. Another little pocket, and this is ornament I made for Valentine's Day one year. We do a lot of kids crafts here, and that was kind of fun to do with paper. And I thought, I could stick that in there because it's got the purple. And I love purple and pink, and I like teal with purple. So it's got, I'm not sure, I think this little loop needs to be, I don't know, these pieces need to be adjusted somehow, but I don't know how right now. Anyway, the other half of the quilt piece that I had with another little cluster. Can you see that little cluster? It's just the scraps that were on my table at the end when I was going to finish up my journal. I'm like, oh, I can make little clusters out of these pieces and parts. You might as well, right? And then another part of my master board on the back. So that is my junk journal that I have finally completed. And just so you know, I am what's considered a beginner because this is actually my first completed junk journal. And the only reason I'm sharing it is so that you can see that not everything has to be perfect, and you can do whatever you want. And it took me a long time just to learn some of the terms, so I tried to use some of the junk journaling terms in my video to help you and help you learn. But I mean, this is just cute. My husband says, what are you gonna do with all this stuff once you get it made? I don't know, it's just fun to make. And I can look through it and I think of a lot of different people, and it just makes me feel happy. So hopefully it made you feel happy today, and I look forward to seeing what you have to offer. Thanks, bye.